Yeah, me family walked in while I was watching what's it called, Madam Web, and it was really embarrassing. But luckily, I explained that I'd been watching Butt Boy the week before, and I was just trying to put the remote up my bum, and it accidentally
Oh
switched
yeah,
the
yeah.
channel to that film, and they believed it because like I said that would have been really embarrassing if they thought that I was actually watching. Oh, we're live.
That was
Oh, yes. Sorry, we're live, but yeah, talking about Bud Boy. That's what we did last week. You can always go back and check that out. Not that you would want to, because it's about a man putting things up his bum. But welcome to Tub Grumps. So, what we
oh
what we got this week? We've got the classic '90s film Suburban Commando, where Hulk Hogan dresses in BDSM gear and comes on vacation to Earth.
yeah. Shep Ramsey.
Yeah,
Chep.
brother.
Shep.
But
Eat your vitamins. Drink your antifreeze.
and we haven't dressed up as Hulk Hogan this time. Which
No, not that.
what was it we did that for? Was it did we do Rocky 3 or something?
Were we recording or was
Oh,
that just for fun?
Thunderlips. That's what it was. We covered Thunderlips on one of the episodes.
Oh, I
Hulk
have seen a
Hogan's
Rocky
character.
episode then.
You have seen a Rocky
I have
film.
seen a Rocky
You
film.
saw Rocky 3.
Yeah.
We covered that. Or did you actually watch the whole film, or did you just watch the Thunderlips scene?
Bit of both. No, I've watched a little bit more than the Thunder Lip scene, but to get context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you want to give like a plot outline for this film about what it's about?
Yeah, because it's mental. Basically, we start off in space where this planet's getting taken over by some sort of evil overlord called what's he called? Solo Shooter? No, General
Suitor,
Suitor.
Suitor.
General Suitor. He's basically in the midst of taking over a planet and giving the locals a raw deal. And then there's an intruder alarm on the ship, and in walks like a very 90s goth Hulk Hogan, Shep Ramsey. Um, he basically saves the day by watching someone get their arm chopped off,
With an
and
envelope.
yeah, with an envelope, and then planting loads of mines everywhere and killing everyone, even the bloke he's meant to be saving.
He
As
escapes
he's
with
coming
his
away,
rocket boots as well
yeah,
down a
yeah.
secret tunnel.
And then he goes like in his spaceship in tumble dryer mode. Um, and then his boss, who's like the what's the bloke called of Charlie's Angels? Charlie.
Yeah, yeah. Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie's just like, oh, Shep, you've killed everyone and even the bloke you meant to save. Maybe you should have a vacation. So then in anger, he punches his ship apart, and has to land on Earth to recharge his ship because it's on 0.0% brokenness or something.
Yeah.
Um, he lands in an abandoned building called the landing pad, um, and basically has to navigate his way through 90s America.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
goes in there, rents an apartment from Christopher Lloyd. Um,
Oh,
some bounty hunters show
just
up.
just mentioning that. How did he know which apartment was for rent?
Yeah, he found a poster on a lamppost, like a mile away from the house, just saying apartment for rent, and then showed up. I'm here to rent the apartment, brother.
Yeah, it had an arrow basically pointing right.
Yeah,
It's like there's an apartment over there.
I don't know. Movie magic, as Paul likes to say. But did you enjoy this film?
Do you know what it is? I've seen this film twice now because I was just like, I looked up that Hulk Hogan was going to be in it. And I was like, this could be fun. It'll be a good watch along film. I had more fun watching it the first time when it was on in the background than the second time when I paid attention. So, but yeah, I did enjoy it.
I was
I
gonna
didn't
say
dislike it.
it's a film where there's an alien warrior comes to Earth, and then two other alien warriors come to fight him. It's just
Mm.
the Saiyan saga, isn't it? And I'm going to enjoy that being the number one Dragon Ball fan. So
Do you know what I kept comparing it to the second time watching it? Lilo and Stitch.
I've never actually seen Lilo and Stitch, so I don't know.
Uh,
But
crash lands on Earth and people are after him. Bloody blah, stuff happens.
originally, this movie wasn't for Hulk Hogan. It was for Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. And it was supposed to be called Urban Commando, which would have been weird because people would think it was going to be a sequel from Commando. I mean, it might have been.
Yeah,
Don't know, but it would have been Arnie going to live with Danny DeVito and doing the same kind of stuff, I suppose. Um, but they decided to do twins instead, and then Hulk
yeah.
Hogan signed on for this.
I'd rather have twins, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know why we've never like suggested doing that for one of the episodes.
Oh, we could be twins.
Yeah,
I
I
could
mean
be
we
Arnie
are.
and you could be a Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's not a tumor.
I think we'd both have to be Arnie to be fair. Like, how you can't.
Yeah,
How do you dress up as Danny DeVito? Is this mental? I don't think we could do it. Um.
you just offer everyone eggs, don't you?
Oh God. Right. So yeah, this film is weird. So I've got a few questions. If Hulk Hogan
Right.
landed in the Northeast in the 90s instead, what
hmm
kind of problems do you think he would run into?
In the 90s in the Northeast, I think a young Mr. Paul Watson will accost him for 20 pence for the bus.
Uh,
Yeah, mate.
See, I think the biggest problem I think we'd run into is like, so in this film, he steals some guy's clothes. Like, there's a guy who's like locked his dog in the car, and he steals this
Yeah,
guy's
yeah.
clothes, puts him in the car instead. Um, in 90s Northeast, he probably would end up wearing poppers, like you know those pants that like parents thought, oh, I know what I'll do, I'll buy me kids stripper pants. Like,
Yeah.
and he'd be just walking down the street, and one of them intergalactic bounty hunters would show up and grab him and rip his pants off in the middle of the street, and it would be like, oh no, it's Hulk Hogan in his underpants. I mean,
Well,
that's what.
that secretary would have been all right then.
Yeah. Another thing about the secretary, like, she's at the end of the film, she goes, "Oh, I'm going to leave the planet and go off into space forever with this alien," and it's like
Yeah.
she's proper like horny for him, like just like
Yeah,
staring
yeah.
at him like, "Oh yeah, what a man!" But he's an alien. What if he's got an 8 tentacled squid dick or something, and she's just like,
I think she was secretly hoping for that, to be fair. She just call him what did she say? A big beefy boy.
"Oh yeah, that's what you keep calling me
Yeah.
in the chat."
Well, you shouldn't get your big tentacle squid thing out.
Oh, oh, did you know that this was originally an 18 and Hulk Hogan was supposed to have a full frontal nude scene?
Serious?
No.
Oh,
But I just wanted to put that in there because this film would have sold a lot more at the box office if it did. If people were like, oh my God, Hulk Hogan gets his dick out in that film, let's go see it.
does he burp and then say that he's got shrimp breath before the full frontal nudity scene?
I'd have to call it Suburban Commando.
Oh,
Um,
oh, at least he can wear the same outfit.
and the last question I've got is Christopher Lloyd at one point he saves a woman. He dresses up in Hulk Hogan's like S&M like marine outfit thing, and
Yeah,
saves
yeah, yeah.
some woman, and she hugs him after to be like, "Oh, thanks for saving us," and he starts backing away like, "Oh, I better leave now," and he's like crotch piece, like his cod pieces get proper like lighting up and beeping.
Yeah, yeah.
What's that about? Like,
So those suits are actually designed to protect you from the inside and out. So they glow when they get hit by something. They can only take two direct shots. That's why they light up to warn you. So I think it lit up from his semi.
it's nothing to do with like. Can you remember the Wally episode that we did when we first started? Suction mode activated. I better clean that up.
Oh, what face did I do last time again? Do you want to do it this time?
That's in the credits. That's like one of the best parts of the credits, man. Um. Oh. So this is the first time you've seen this. Was the last week? like earlier this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think do you think you would have enjoyed this more if you watched it as a kid in the 90s?
As a kid, yeah, definitely. I would have loved it. I don't see. I don't think I've seen a lot because I haven't seen until recently the Terminator films, the Rocky films. So I don't think I knew what a good film was when I was younger. So this would have been right up my alley.
Yeah, it's like the Hulk Hogan. The early 90s were definitely a good time for Hulk Hogan. Not so much
Yeah, yeah,
now, uh, but that's his fault. Um, but what have we had? Like he was the biggest thing in wrestling to ever come along, and then he started his acting career. He was in something called. I was in Rocky 3. Then he was in No Holds Barred, which I've never seen. It's just a film about wrestling.
yeah.
Then this Mr. Nanny. He was in Thunder in Paradise, which is amazing. Have you never seen Thunder in Paradise?
No, not. I
Hulk,
haven't.
Hulk Hogan and his friend are like ex Navy SEALs or something, and they have this super sci-fi boat kind of thing, and they live in like Miami or something, and they just ride around on this boat solving crimes, and Hulk Hogan punches people, and
Is this in the 90s?
yeah, but that's the whole plot. They have a boat and they
Yeah.
solve crimes.
It's like a I think in the 90s there were just coke addled film producers where they were just like, yeah, let's do this. We'll put Hulk Hogan in it. He's got a
Oh,
flying ship. Yeah.
I
You
think
punches people. Mint.
I think everything in the early 90s, I don't think they had a script for anything. It was just 5 minutes of going, oh, what should we make a film about this week? Boat, Hulk Hogan, he punches lots of people, and oh yeah, put him in like a spacesuit. Yeah, that's it. Like, sell it, send it to film. Um, but yeah, it was a really good time for Hulk Hogan, which I think everything like with him in was just marketed towards kids because like especially with him being WWF at the time, he was like family friendly.
Yeah.
It was just this huge like this is a real American man.
Yeah, yeah,
Look
yeah.
at the muscles, look at the mustache. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And you couldn't really do that with the real manly men like Stallone and Arnie because if you put them in a film where there's action, you expect it to be blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was like the safe version for parents to go, ah, I'll get them into action movies by bringing them to see this nice Hulk Hogan film.
He's a
Now,
gateway actor.
now it's like parents are just like, don't listen to anything Hulk Hogan says. Stay away, kids. Ah.
Oh, don't listen to the bandana man.
Right. So,
But
yeah,
I watched this because I know you bought this film and I watched it free because it's on YouTube.
yeah.
And I had the cut version, which had a couple of songs muted and it missed out a arcade scene, something like that. But have you seen the VHS cassette intro to it?
I don't know what's the VHS cassette intro.
Well, it's basically when you hire a video from Blockbusters or whatever, and when it first started, Hulk Hogan came on. And he was like, "Oh, thank you for having the privilege of renting this cassette because it's the best movie starring Hulk Hogan I've ever done yet. By the way, I'm a wrestler," and he starts plugging WWE or F stuff. It's mental. But could you imagine if they did that today?
I mean, the do when I went to see Mission Impossible last week, and before the film started, Tom Cruise came up and he said like, "Thank you everyone for coming to see this film. You're the reason that we make these films. Like these are films for you, and all of this, and like thank you so much for coming to watch it." And I I don't know
Did
why
he?
they need to do yeah I don't know why they do that.
No.
There's been a few things that I've seen before. I think Endgame. I think before Endgame came out, like on the midnight screening, I'm sure there was a someone from the cast or one of the directors saying like, "Please don't spoil the film." But
Oh,
I can't
oh no,
remember
I
if it
didn't
was
know that.
Endgame or not. But
I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
yeah, I mean, people should just not spoil films anyway because it's a proper dick move. But
This,
yeah.
aren't we spoiling this film?
Well, if you haven't seen this, it came out in what 1992 or something. That's just
Yeah.
tough. You're too late. And who's going
To
to
be
go?
fair,
Oh,
when
I really wanted to know what happened in Suburban Commando.
To be fair, when you Google Hulk Hogan, his films aren't top of the list.
No.
There's plenty of news articles and other videos, but not this one.
What other videos?
There's one where he's in a garden and
I still have not seen that video. I don't want to see that video. If
you
anyone's
do.
wondering what Kris is talking about, it's Hulk Hogan's sex tape because that exists. If you want to go and see the Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan sex tape, watch it after this. Don't please don't leave us. Paul's like, stop it. Sorry, Paul. No,
He is
please,
actually saying stop it.
please don't go and search for
Oh,
that. No, right. Let's get on with the card then, instead of upsetting Paul and getting cancelled. So,
oh yeah.
best quote of this movie. What's your
Mm.
favorite quote?
Right. So mine is when do you know when the searching for the robbers who have nicked Hulk's suit and he gets out a PKE meter. I don't know what the name is in this film, but
Oh,
it's a reused Ghostbusters
it
prop.
is, isn't it? Yeah. Did Sam? When you watched
Um,
this with Sammy, did Sammy spot that?
no, everyone because we were chatting in the background, and then we looked at the screen and went, "Is that a prop from Ghostbusters?"
Because
All of us clocked it.
I can imagine Sammy just like watching that and be like, "Oh my god!" Because Sammy is
Actually,
the
Sammy missed
number
it.
one
I don't think
Ghostbusters
she
fan.
likes Ghostbusters.
No, Sammy is the number one Ghostbusters fan, just like I'm the number one Dragon Ball fan.
But yeah, and Doc Brown turns to Hulk and says, "Why didn't we just do that in the first place? Because they've been running around trying to chase and find us."
Yeah,
And he just goes, Because shut up."
yeah. Um, but I've used that quote plenty of times. It's like someone asking a question, it's like I don't want to answer this. Just shut up. Uh,
Because shut up. What about you?
see, all the quotes in this film are shit, but
Yeah.
the one I've picked is when he finally defeats the Undertaker by throwing him through the wall, and he leaves the Undertaker shaped like mark in the wall, and he's just like,
Yeah.
"You lose, camel breath." And it's like the worst possible insult. Like, could have been like,
Yeah.
"Fuck off, you dick." Just anything would have been better. But it's an alien who's came to Earth. How does he even know what a camel is? Has he been here
Mm.
before? And has he gone, "Oh, I wonder what this is. I bet it smell its breath. Oh no, camel breath smells weird. I'm going to use that as an insult later in life if I ever come back here." It's just so laid.
Do you know, I think he has been to Earth before because when he realizes that he's coming to Earth,
Yeah.
he goes, Earthlings, I hate Earthlings.
Yeah, so he must
So he
have
must
been
know of
here.
them at least.
He must have been and just smelt as many animals' breath as he possibly can. That's canon now.
Yeah.
um, who is the best character in this film?
Oh, right. So I don't think there's many good characters in this,
No.
but I've put do you know when what's Doc Brown called again? What's his character called again?
Oh, I cannot remember.
Oh,
Just
but the
Doc Brown.
architect guy
Yeah.
who Doc Brown plays. Um his boss is entertaining some Japanese businessmen because his firm is designing some building or something for it. It's a very minor plot, but basically any of the wisecracking Japanese guy, any of his lines, because he's just like, oh, this guy's gonna be a right arsehole. But then his interpreters saying stuff like, he's really pleased to meet you. And he's like, you're a coward.
See, I thought you were going to pick the same person I'm picking. I'm picking the boss. The one basically, he's played by Jimmy Carr's dad, I think. It's,
Yeah.
he just looks like old Jimmy Carr. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm picking him as the best character because just everything he does, it's just like, how does this guy exist? Like, and he would not be allowed to get away with any of these things today. Like, he's trying to entertain these Japanese businessmen and like just stall for time, and he's just like, "Hey, chopsticks and Godzilla," and like they're trying to name as many like Japanese things as he can. It's like these are people just
Oh,
talking to them about normal things. Like,
to be fair, I can
he's
see
like,
someone in the 90s doing that.
he's like, at one point it cuts back to him, and I'm sure he's like, "Oh, Mothra, that's one of your people as well, isn't it?" Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I'm picking for the least PC person in the whole film, even though Hulk Hogan's in this. So, worst character then? Who are you picking for that one?
All right, so I do know Doc Brown's name. His name's Charlie Wilcox, and I think he's the worst shittest character. He's a shit landlord because he's just got a tenant and he's rummaging through his stuff. He's letting them sit at his table for dinner. He alerts the bounty hunters because he's fannying on with his gun. He nicks his suit, and at the start, right, which I can't forgive, he's welding shittly a skateboard. Why is he doing that?
I didn't
I,
even
d-
notice
I-
that. I didn't realize he was welding a skateboard.
Wait, do you know when it first introduces him and he's wearing a welding mask and he's welding, and then his daughter's just like, "Oh, Dad, it's time for bait or something, or time for work," and then he goes, "Okay, honey," and then you see him just absolutely butchering this weld job of an axle of a skateboard, and you're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing,
See, I'm picking Hulk Hogan's character, Shep Ramsey, as the worst character of this film because
right?
right. So at the beginning, he's like, "Oh, I've got to go into this ship and save this like president of the universe or something like that." And he's like, "Oh no, I'll
Hmm.
blow him up instead." And then he comes to Earth and he just messes everything up there. He leaves his guns lying around where people can find them. His ship's just in a factory, and he doesn't even like sneak there or anything. He just has someone follow
Yeah,
him, but like some special trained space marine guy. How does he not know
yeah, yeah.
someone's following him? Um, and then he tries to fight the alien at the end, and he has to get saved by skinny little architect Charlie. What's he called? Charlie
Wilcox.
Charlie Wilcox. He has to get saved by him, and
Mm.
he can't even skateboard as well. He just like he falls over. He
At
messes
the
everything up.
start,
Yeah.
proper falls on his ass, doesn't he?
So yeah, I'm
Oh,
picking Hulk Hogan as the worst character, as he
it's
deserves
fair enough.
shit. Have we had anything good in chat? Because I think people have been talking for quite a while, and I don't
Oh,
know.
Hall is going to close you down. No more lives for you two.
Uh,
Just
I'm.
trying to shake off their Christian podcast image. Oh yeah, because you found God last time, didn't you?
Oh crap! I forgot about that. Oh, thanks to Joe. No
Oh,
religion. Oh, come on, come on! What? We've already pushed Paul far enough. Let's not put religion into the episode as well. Uh,
oh,
well, you should see how angry he gets when he watches Flashdance. Have you seen Flashdance? Have you?
I haven't.
I've
I haven't even seen it.
never seen it.
I've seen the
Oh,
music video where she dumps loads of water over her head and that.
I don't know what that is. I think
It's
Jerry
just a
Halliwell
welder.
might have done it, but she's just doing the ice bucket challenge, isn't she?
Oh, her from Spice Girls.
Yeah, aye.
Yeah, I remember. Ginger Spice or something.
Something like that. I'm not going to admit that I know the names of every single one. Anyway, best death in the film.
Oh, there's only a handful, isn't there? But
Yeah,
I've got to pick the whole first scene where the ship blows up.
yeah.
Because there's about to be so many deaths in there. Just
Those
that whole scene. So many unnecessary deaths with them bombs as well.
them soldiers were so incompetent. Like he's just walking onto the ship, and it's like he's just like, "Oh, you die, you die, you die," just blasting away, like just really casually, not with like speed or effort or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's like he hasn't even covered his face. It's like, do you know when people are like, "It's RoboCop, just shoot him in the mouth." And it's like
yeah.
this guy's got his arms and his legs and his face uncovered. Just shoot him in one of those places.
He's got his forehead covered though.
Well, I suppose, but still, he's got plenty of other targets that could have been used. Um,
That's his biggest target, his forehead.
and those two guys that are in the lift, he opens the lift, and them two guys are just like, "Oh no, what do we do now?" And they've got like so much time where they could pull a gun out and shoot him or anything, but he's just like, "Are you going up, brother?" And chucks him into the ceiling. Ah, but yeah, there's so many good deaths there, so many bad
Yeah.
deaths as well. But yeah, mine, I'm picking the first cat because right. The girl's like, "Mister, my cat cat's stuck in the tree. And he pulls the tree down and he's like, there you go. And she's like, that's not my cat. And he just lets go of the tree. And the cat goes
Yeah.
flying. And everyone's watching this like, oh, look at the cat, it's flying. But realistically, it's like, oh no, that cat would not survive that. That went
Nah,
like
nah.
70 feet into the air and about 200, 300 feet that way. That cat is flat. So I'm picking that one
Do you know?
for the best.
Do you know who the lass is as well?
No.
Um, I don't know her actual name, but she's in *Handmaid's Tale*.
Is she? All right.
Yeah,
I've never actually seen The Handmaid's Tale, but
yeah,
uh,
but she's in it.
she's in Suburban Commando as well. Just the little girl in
Oh,
it.
that film,
Yeah.
I
Oh, fuck off, Lee. Uh, what's your best moment in this film?
uh, being honest, it was the first time I watched it where we had a laugh in the Discord. I had a watch along. I think that was the best part of it.
Having people there to distract you from the film.
Kind of. I would say the film enhanced it a little bit, but yeah, yeah,
I've got two best moments. My
right.
first one is when Hulk Hogan tries to skateboard, and the kids are like, haha, my mom can do better than that. And he picks the skateboard up and throws it into space, and then turns to the kids and
Yeah,
goes, "Urgh," and growls at the kids, and they shit themselves and run away. And it's like, that's probably how Hulk Hogan is with kids in real life. Uh,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the second one, my favorite bit, is where he comes across the mime for the first time, and the mime's doing the whole like,
Oh, yes.
and he's
I
like,
forgot about that.
looks like a K7 force field. Don't worry, I'll get you out of there, and just punches him straight in the face. That's it's amazing. We need more people
Oh,
punching mimes.
yeah, but it was a thing in the 90s, though, wasn't it? Mimes. Like, I never
Why?
see them anymore.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. There is one mime that I do really like. Have you seen the SeaWorld mime?
Yes,
I
yeah,
know. I know SeaWorld's a cursed place where they trap animals and they're living there where they shouldn't be. Just let them out. Let them go to the sea. But keep the mime. Just leave the mime as the only attraction in that place because he is mint.
Oh, do you know about the bigger one,
Yeah.
the fat old mime? Do you know
Yeah.
he was sacked?
What? Why?
Yeah, there was a big thing. I can't remember, but it wasn't his fault, and there was loads of kick off about it.
There should be like the amount of
Yeah,
publicity they got from him. Like those videos were just proper racking up the views because he's fucking class.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
It's better than
devastated about
watching a
that.
slowly dying whale.
Yeah, definitely. Like I don't want to go to SeaWorld, but I wanted to go to SeaWorld to see that mime, even though I hate
Yeah,
mimes. They're almost as bad as
yeah.
orphans. So
That's nah.
yeah. Right. So last thing on the card as well is awkward boner moment. When would be the worst time
Right.
for you or a character to get a boner?
So mine is so this week I've picked um the most awkward moment a character got a boner. It was off screen, but you know he had it. It was when Hulk Hogan has an argument with the hot rod guys outside, and he just picks up the car and moves it to the side,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What are you gonna do? Break my face and smash it into it?" You could tell he had a proper chub on when he was saying that.
Drag me across the street and feed me to a warthog.
Yeah. And then the guy, "No, we'll just sue you. It's the 90s." He's like, "Oh no, I wanted meant to touches." Oh,
Fucking
what
hell.
about you?
Um, mine, I think, actually, mine wouldn't have been like awkward. This would have been the best moment for someone to have a boner in the film. This would have made this better. So, do you know when he's fighting the Undertaker and they end up on that
Mm.
trolley and they're swinging around the pole and it's like the proper like cartoony sort of like spinning around the pole thing where they're holding on. It's like woo 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 woo. Now he's
Yeah,
holding
yeah,
on
yeah.
to like the Undertaker's jacket, kind of like that. It's like
Oh,
if he was
pops.
just holding a bit
Oh,
further down and it was his dick that he was holding on to, spinning him round and then flung him with that. That would have
oh.
been a lot better. But it's meant to
This
be a
is my
PG film,
this is my
so
favorite one because you've got a prop.
I just picked up my pants that I was wearing earlier before I put before I put my Dragon Ball shorts on because I'm wearing Dragon Ball shorts today. Oh, and
Bet.
and I'm also wearing Dragon Ball socks as well. Not that you can see, I've just showed you the bottom of my foot, but you're welcome, fellas. No need to subscribe to that Foot Finder account now. Um, yeah.
Giving it away for free, man.
What would you rank this film out of 5, though?
Um, I wouldn't rank it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 2. Like, I don't think it was the best film, but it was enjoyable and watchable. But I
Yeah,
would never watch it again after this 2 times I've watched it now.
I've gone for the exact same score because this film is shit. But because it's like a childhood memory for us, I can't give it a 1. It did entertain us back in the day when I was a kid. But now watching it again,
And
it's
you got
like, yeah,
like
this film sucked.
proper rose tinted glasses watching, thinking about it
Yeah,
before you watch it again.
yeah, definitely.
But
So
trying
we do get a tip touch. So let's go. Oh, tickle the end. Um. So yeah, finally, we don't have to talk about that anymore. I'm sorry I made you watch that,
but
but you did make us watch Butt
actually,
Boy.
Butt Boy was fun though.
It was. I can't complain about that. I think
But
I gave it a 4 or
before
something, didn't I?
I think so. But before we like never talk about it again, can we just talk about like do you know when Hulk or Chep um saves the skateboarding kid from the speeding car?
Oh yeah,
How did that kid not hear the car, see the car, and why was he skateboarding in the middle of the street? Sometimes I think he kind of deserved to get hit.
yeah, yeah. Chris wants kids to get run over by cars. You heard it here first.
I'm not denying it.
Ah, so is there anything else that you want to cover with this film, or is that out of our systems?
Um, no. Oh yeah. It was written by the same guy who wrote Constantine.
What? Oh, the Keanu Reeves one, or
Yeah, Keanu Reeves one.
that's not a bad film. I do enjoy that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not as good
So
as
he
the
redeemed himself at least.
he's not as good as the TV one, the blonde guy from I can't remember
God,
what it
I've
was.
never seen that.
It's really good, Constantine, but Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves is the man. So nah. Um, right. What have we got coming up next week? You've picked something, haven't you?
Yes, right. So I've heard about this film for ages, and it's one of them so bad it's good films.
Remember what it is.
Um, it's called Velocipasta. It is about a. Well, should we just talk about it next week?
Yeah,
Do you know what it is? I'll probably be doing a watch along at some point before next episode because it's one of them films where you're like, what the hell is this? You just have one in the background.
this is something that I've always wanted to watch as well, but it's like I want to watch it, but also it's like I usually find something better to watch because
Yeah,
it's Velocipasta. It's just like, oh, I don't know.
yeah,
What if it's really bad? But we have to watch it now. So,
yeah. I
there we
think
go.
I'm using Nerdy Up North as an excuse to watch things that I've never watched before and always want to do.
Paul wants you to
So,
take your top off.
nah.
I think what have we covered? We've already spoke about like politics and religion, and now Paul wants nudity in the episode as well. So,
I don't
see,
have any firearms or anything, do
it's
I?
it's all Paul's fault. If we get cancelled, that's
Yeah.
who we can blame. Oh, what else have we got coming up? You've
Oh,
got
Jake, I
everything.
said pasta like a priest. Velocipastor.
Oh, it's just a dinosaur that really loves spaghetti.
That might be probably be the same level of quality, to be fair.
I don't think it would make it better. But and we never know. It might be like the best film ever. Just needs more
Maybe,
people to
man.
acknowledge it.
Have I ever let you down?
So what have we got coming up next week, Chris? What
Well,
else have we got coming up on
this,
Nerdy Up North?
well, no, on Friday we've got Anime Club where we're doing Dragon Ball Fusion Reborn with a
Oh,
special guest,
a Dragon Ball
Lee.
episode. I hope you're getting someone on that knows what they're talking about, like the #1 Dragon Ball fan.
Maybe we'll see, but Lee's coming on.
I
Um,
walked into that.
and then Saturday we've got Women in Nerd Culture with Janeway. Sunday, we've got the community podcast with Phoebe doing a history of British theatre, which, to be honest, I know she's put a lot of work into it, so I'm gonna give that a watch and a go, even though I'm not a massive theatre person, but it's one of them things where when people talk about the passions, it's like infectious, so I would give it a watch.
No, even if people watched it and went, you know what, this is shit, I would still watch it because it's got Phoebe in, because Phoebe's mint. But
And then on Sunday, we've got movies we loved in the 80s. Sunday
that,
pod.
that's gonna be class because the 80s were the best.
What's your favourite 80s film?
I don't know. Aliens, maybe?
You think?
Yeah.
I would have put you more as a predator. The film.
Stop it. um, no, I don't know. The 80s is a very good time. There's so many things. I would say Ghostbusters as well, but that's Sammy's job. I'm not gonna start like encroaching on somebody
Taking a
else's
thing.
territory. Jake. Uh, uh, so what else? And then Monsters next week as well. I don't know if Monsters have announced what they're doing, or if we're allowed to tell, but we'll not. But Monsters is on, and it's going to be a really good episode. So,
But yesterday's episode was Ghost Ship, so you can watch that.
Yeah. I've never seen Ghost Ship apart from the first like 5 minutes or something. Apparently, it's shit after that. But
I think it's the best part. Yeah.
but still, Sam and Danny are Sam and Danny, Sammy and Dan are amazing. Go and check them out as well.
I always think of the Winchester boys when I say Sam and Dan.
I've never seen that either. What's that? Supernatural.
Never seen
I've
Supernatural?
never seen a single
Yeah.
episode. But there's
I
like
think the best thing
15
about it is the
seasons or something.
soundtrack. Yeah, I've only watched the first two. That's all I need.
Well, is anything else, or are we all done?
Nah, that's me.
All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure everyone's hit that like button. Check us out next time. And don't be a grump. Be a top grump. Bye.
Hey, bye.
Top Grumps! Top Grumps! The bad boys of none are back again. You won't catch us scoring out of 10. And we will rank everyone to